You can do this. One of the most used phrases ever to motivate people to do things they never thought were possible. But what does it really mean? Does it take into consideration my disability? Does it take into consideration my finances? I've asked these questions over and over as I've grown up. The only answer I've come across that makes any sense is another question. Do I have the willpower to do this? It's not about what we struggle with. It's not about what we don't have. It's about what we do have. And we have willpower. We have love and support from friends and family. We want to see things and experience things. We are not traveling with disabilities. No, we are traveling with special abilities. So come, join us with your special abilities.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Tonight's topic, or what I'd like to talk about, is romance scammers. Part of the reason why that I want to talk about romance scammers is because I've been getting a lot of that through my Facebook Facebook posts and Facebook Messenger and Instagram, different places. Men are approaching me with the same pickup line, pretty much the same pickup line. I can show you, and it's been on the news. It's been on social media talking about it, and sadly, there's a lot of women, and I can look up the statistics for you. Of how many men and women, I shouldn't just say women, but men and women fall for these, and they actually really fall in love with these people they never meet. They text, they message, they never FaceTime, but they text and message and different things like that. And it's a gang. Well, it's more than a gang. It's a syndicate. Like almost like the mafia. It's a syndicate, and it's not just out of Syria and South Africa and Nigeria and different places like that. It's different pockets all over the world, actually. Hey, Ford man, let's get you up here on stage with me.
Howdy.
Howdy, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. About yourself?
Oh, pretty good. I've been getting these messages from men that have the same kind of pickup line. They all tell me, I was watching your post and I thought you're beautiful and blah, 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 and a bunch of heart and roses. And I'll be showing some of that. Actually, I can present it now, actually. Hi, Temple and Acres. How are you? You're new. Good evening. Welcome in.
Hello, Temple and Anchors.
I got to open. You taught me how to do this. We open Messenger.
Wherever you got the...
I put the pictures in Messenger, so...
Okay.
So, can I show more than one picture at a time, or?
You should be able to. I'm not sure.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I'll just show one for now. Video file, right? No.
Share screen.
Share screen. Thank you. Share screen.
Uh-huh.
And let's see. 3 on Facebook. Here we go. Here. Can you see that, or did it come up? Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, check this out, guys. So you see this little, compliments of the season. I always enjoy what you share here on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. And it's always a military man or oil worker or Yeah, I'm still learning. It's funny. Temple and Acres says, "Gotta love technology."
Yeah.
That could be taken a bunch of different ways. Technology lets people come in and invade your privacy more, or the fact that I'm still learning what I'm doing, even though I've been on YouTube for since 2018, doesn't mean that I've learned very much. Kenny has to help me quite a lot. So you see that little pickup line? I got 3 or 4 from different people.
Hello,
Hey,
Sean.
Sean, how you doing? You're working, aren't you? Am I yelling? Am I screaming? Hi, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. How are you tonight?
Hello, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures.
Yeah, that's true, Temple and Acres. It's hard. I have a short memory span, so it's hard for me. So about these scammers, like I got 3 the same exact format, and they're supposedly military men, because desperate old women who are looking for love want to see get all these compliments and fall in love in text message, and then before you even know it, they, oh, I want to marry you, I want to meet you, can you send me $100? I got this paperwork. I can't come to America without paying for this paperwork. And oh, you're on to. Yeah, I don't message them back either. I just go right. That's what I'm gonna be talking about is the minute you text them back, they are stealing your ID. If you send them money, they're attaching to your Cash App. They're stealing from your bank. They get your credit card number. They steal your whole identity, and they suck you dry, and they move on. And these poor women fall for this, and men too, not just women, men. And it's a whole syndicate. That's the word I was looking for. Syndicate. Um, it's a whole syndicate. And it's not just this format. There's other formats. I gotta let me take that down. I have a little thing here. I have 3 common tactics used by romance scammers. Asking you to move communication off the dating app where you met, to avoid flagging suspicious or being monitored by the app's customer service team for strange behavior. I got that. I had one guy say to me, um, "Can we move to what's that one where it erases your conversation within a day or 2, or within the next
WhatsApp
Snapchat."
or
Snap
Snapchat?
Yep. He's like, "Can we talk on Snapchat? I don't like Facebook Messenger." And I'm like, click, ban, report, and I
Yeah.
report right away. Here's another one. Showering you with over-the-top affection, flattery, gifts, and praise early on in the relationship to win over your affection and attention. The tactic called love bombing. And that's what that is. That's what this is. This is the beginning of love bombing. Um, and if they think that you're going to be a hard time, they'll work at you for a while, and then eventually they'll give up. But I report right away. See, I guess because I'm not lonely and I'm not desperate for affection or I don't want to be rude at what I say. I'm not looking. If I run into somebody and I like them and I want to date them, that's one thing in real life.
Yeah.
But anything on a screen, anything technology driven, to me isn't real per se. I don't trust anyone till I know them. But I was brought up to be suspicious of everybody.
Yeah.
Just my, Kenny.
Yeah.
It's just my nature, and more people, men and women, need to be that way. They need to be more suspicious of.
I usually, if I get a message or something like that from somebody that I don't know and never met before, and they start randomly asking me for certain, I say, I'm sorry, I don't give out my personal information.
Right.
Because I know what would happen if I did.
Yeah.
They'd wipe me out big time.
Oh yeah, and they don't care whether you're rich or poor or have not two sticks to rub together or 2 pennies to rub together. They don't care. They're going to try and rip every cent off and move on.
And then I usually block that person after that. After I send that message, I block it.
Yeah. I'm going to look up how many $1 million romance scammers make, because they make a lot of money in a short time. I was going to look all this up in advance, but I ended up talking to my son.
Hello, Flowback.
Okay, here we go. Here's the statistics. You're not going to believe the amount of money. In all right, 2021 and in 2022, nearly 70,000 people reported romance scammers. 70,000 people reported it. I wonder how many people didn't report it. Hi, Flowback. How are you? Nice to meet you. Welcome in. And reported losses that hit a staggering $1.3 billion. The median report loss, in other words, the average reported loss to these people on average is $4,400. These scammers pay close attention to the information you share, that you don't miss a beat, becoming your perfect match. You're like a thing. They don't love you. They think of you as an ATM. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm having a good week. Hopefully I'm on a roll. Let's see. You're looking to settle down, and they're ready to, and they're going to convince you of that. But there's one exception. You want to meet in real life, and they can't. Reports show their excuse is often baked right into their fake identity. I'm on an oil rig. That was one of them. I'm on an oil rig. I have 6 months on the oil rig, and then when I get off, I'll be in San Diego. That was a good one. And then I have to take care of my business in San Diego, and then I have to jump back on an oil rig. Well, that don't fly with me because my family worked on oil rigs. My family built the oil rigs, and I know that's crap. This one's the one like I just showed you. This one here, okay? This one is claiming to be on a faraway military base. This one, the guy was in Syria. A military man in Syria.
Yeah.
The most popular excuse, as I'm reading from Google, from ftc.gov. So this is a government website that investigates federal scamming. Okay, that's what FTC is, Federal Trade Commission. So this is the Federal Trade Commission website that knows what they're talking about. So another excuse, and the most popular excuse, is, but I'm an offshore oil rig worker. And I just was saying that. Is another common and fake occupation. Well, it's not fake as far as there are offshore oil rig workers, but this is what they're using as their fake identity. Another one is, in short, there's no end to the lies. Romance scammer will try and get your money. Here's a graph. Let's see. Romance scammers and their favorite lies by the numbers. 24% say I or someone close to me is sick, hurt, or in jail, so I need money. That's 24% of how they try and make you feel bad and get them your money. 18% say, I can teach you how to invest your money. So give me your money, I'll invest it for you, and then I'll teach you how to do it. 18% of them say that. Another 18% say, I'm in the military and I'm really far away. And then they'll come up, as soon as they say, some quackamania place way off in Timbuktu, you know that they're fake. I need help with an important delivery. That's another 18%. We never met, but let's talk about marriage.
Yeah.
12% of them say that. I've come into some money or gold. Say 7% of that is. So for all the poor little old ladies who have no money and no retirement, they want to get a sugar daddy. Thank God I don't. I don't care. I'm on an oil rig or ship. That's, again, 6%. You can trust me with your private pictures. So you send them your little nudies. That's 3%, by the way. You send them your little nudies, and then they say, if you don't pay me $2,000, I'm going to show them to your family. Well, that wouldn't fly with my kids because my kids have all seen me not always dressed. They grew up with, wouldn't shock them in the least. But that's not even, I'm not, you know what I mean? It's like, fine, whatever. Do what you got to do, dude. You're just lying to me anyway. I must be a really big butthole because I just don't give a crap. It's like, I feel bad for these people. The reports show that romance scammers are often using dating apps and target people looking for love, but reports of romance scams that start with unexpected private messages. That's what I got. Social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, whatever. I don't even know all the social media platforms.
Yeah.
Are even more common. In fact, 40% of the people who said they lost money to a romance scam last year said that the contacts started on social media.
Yeah.
19% said it started on a website or an app. Many people reported that scammers then quickly moved to the sweet talk on WhatsApp, Google Chat, or Telegram. So I'm wondering, has anybody fallen for any of this? I know Kenny hasn't yet.
Well, I mean, I've had people try to message me but I don't reply back.
Well, you're smart, and you're not sad and lonely either. You're not a desperately lonely person. I think you get more attention than I get.
But yeah, I don't. If I see something that looks fishy or strange to me, or it looks like a scam, I don't fall for it. That's like I get these things. I've had people send me something about. They'll start out with the conversation, "Hi, how are you?" And then you reply back to that. Then they'll say, "Have you?" They'll say, "I'm doing good. Have you heard about the government grant or something like that?" And I'm like, and I'm like, that sounds fishy to me, so I block it.
Yeah, those commercials about, oh, the government is giving away $2,600 monthly to anybody who doesn't have Medicare and Medicaid, blah, 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 fill out this crap below. Just click the arrow. If you don't do it, it's going to be expired by Friday. That's all another scam.
Yeah. I've actually had people that I'm friends with on Facebook
send you links,
send me, and I'm like, that sounds. I'm thinking that sounds fishy to me. It sounds like a scam, and I recently told somebody here a while back that I wasn't going to fall for it.
Yeah,
they sent me something for it. Said they're like, it's legit, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to fall for it myself.
I actually had a relative, like a distant relative, not a close relative, but I had a distant relative say, I got this real good business opportunity, cousin. Can you just give me your Cash App address? And so I texted his aunt and said, so what's he doing now? And she says, oh, did he try that Cash App crap with you? And I said, yeah. She goes, no, he just wants to rip you off. He's a drug addict and he just wants to rip you off. So I've even had family, sadly, family try and rip me off. It's really sad. But yeah. Like this lady that I'm talking about, they just did a whole series on her. She committed suicide. She had given away everything, took a second mortgage on her house. She was lonely because her husband had passed away of cancer.
Yeah.
And she fell for one of these dudes. She thought it was real and she couldn't be talked out of it by her family. I shouldn't have said that other word, but unalived herself. And she's not the only one. She's not. There's, like I said, it happens to men, it happens to women, it happens to people who
happens to everybody, I believe, at some point in their life.
Disabled people, they target elderly, disabled people, gay people, sorry to say, gay people, anybody they think is a little bit weaker, or they're hoping that you're that desperate. that you need something that bad, that you're going to jump at this. And what it boils down to is like you have to be confident enough in yourself and happy with yourself to be able to go, no, I'm perfectly fine. If I need something, I know where to get it. I know how to find it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm not putting down these people who do end up in that trap, because it's tempting. It's tempting, and if you are that lonely, it's very tempting. It's very tempting. Yeah, anybody they think they can manipulate is a target, unfortunately. Yep, exactly. And it's horrible. And it's not talked about enough, and it's not reported enough because people are embarrassed. I can't go to the cops. They're not going to believe me. Or, who do I tell? How do I tell? Well, it's out of the country. It's international. It's an FBI thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's not like, just call the cops. It's, this is wire fraud, in some cases, wiretapping. If you do send money to them, then that's an international federal violation. I forget what it's called. I would have to look that up. The name of it, but it's a commercial enterprise. It's like in this country it would be considered racketeering, mail fraud, bank fraud. Mm-hmm. It's a serious thing, and these poor people, they give up everything for this. Everything. Their family, their house, their mortgage, their cars, their life savings. They cash out their retirement.
And then they wound up losing everything then.
And there's no way to recover it. It's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot like the government can get it back for you. Once it's gone, it's gone. You're out of luck. Sorry. You're up the creek without a paddle. It's sad. Oh, thank you, Sean. Yeah, I love talking to my son. We get along really well. Yep.
But yeah, I've wanted to, and of course too, I've had a couple people that say that when you're that usually means that their Facebook accounts have been hacked. When you get like messages from people that you're already friends with on Facebook, and then
they try and get you to accept them again. Like, you're already my friend. Why do I have to accept you as my friend again? It's because they've been hacked. I had that happen with on Facebook Messenger with Cindy. A month ago.
You talking about Cindy Spiker?
Well, I didn't want to say her whole name. Yeah.
Hey, Ariel.
Hi, Ariel. How are you today? Welcome in. Welcome.
Long time no see.
I know.
I've been friends with her for a long time.
That's cool. Well, welcome. Any friend of Kenny's is a friend of mine. You probably got an invitation because of me, or unless Kenny shouted me out finally.
Well, as you see, what I made comment in there, get cheered out. So on
Thank
both.
you, Kenny. You've been taking care of yourself. You know, that's important. That's what I've been doing. That's kind of why I'm in and out, in and out. I don't mean to be gone for such a long time, but when you know that I'm gone and not doing live streams, it means I'm probably kind of really not well.
I just recently, over the last couple of months, started getting back into.
Well, you were busy too. You getting your new place and taking care of Pa, and you were not well, and Pa was not well, and you know
Yeah,
you had a lot of irons in the fire.
Since December 27th is when I moved here. It's hard to believe it. This coming February 27th, I'll be here a full 2 months already.
Oh yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
You either get
But
burnt out, as Amblin was saying. I mean, Templin was saying, goes in streaks. I go in streaks on YouTube. Also, it happens. Yep, exactly. My channel grows slowly because of that, because I'm in and out and never know how good I'm gonna do. So, hi Diane, how are you?
hey, Diane, how are you?
Did you see what the subject's about, Diane? I don't know if you've been watching and you just started to say hi now or what, but we've been talking about romance scams and what to look out for and what the statistics and how much money they make off of everyone. Yeah, and those are 2022 numbers. But 2022, 70,000 people. That's only the ones that reported it. The losses hit a staggering 1.3 billion with a B dollars.
Well, happy
birthday.
Happy belated birthday, Ariel.
Mine was on February 7th, so a week ago. A week and a day or a week and 2 days.
Yeah, I wish you had a birthday on your timeline.
Yep. Then Dad's birthday, your Papa's birthday.
Yeah, his was on February the 11th.
Yep.
His was just about 3 days ago.
That was my mom and dad's anniversary. February 11th.
He turned the big 7-4.
If my brother was alive, he would be 74, and he would have been 74 in October. So he was a few months older than Papa. My brother.
But
so I hope you're feeling better, Diane. Are you doing okay? You're surviving? I fell off my chair. I didn't break anything, but I got a couple of really big bruises, I tell you. It wasn't fun. Rebecca was not happy when she heard the crash.
So you fell today?
I fell out my chair.
Today?
No. A week and a half, 2 weeks ago?
Oh.
Yep. I thought I broke my hip.
How did you fall out of your chair? Did it just roll out from underneath you?
I was leaning forward to pick something up, and I sort of just slid right out and went crash. Just sort of like my butt slipped off the cushion and the chair went whing and crash. Yeah. Oh, you ended up with stitches. Oh my goodness.
Ouch. Hope everything's been going okay with you, Diane.
So I'm curious about, let's see. So people, it says people aged 18 to 29 were over 6 times more likely to report sextortion. In other words, video and pictures. And then they extort you, saying, "Oh, I'm going to show it to people." 30. That was 6 times was likely, and then 58% of people were over 30 and over.
Yeah.
And that was with Snapchat and Instagram. What other statistics can we find out? Here's how to report them. How to spot one. Here's how to spot a scammer. Nobody legit will ever ask you to help or insist that you invest by sending cryptocurrency. That's not traceable. Giving the numbers on a gift card. That's another one. That's a big one. Or by wiring them money. Anyone who does that is a scammer. Someone who tells you to send money to receive a package, you can bet is a scammer. Talk to friends and family about a new love interest and pay attention if they're concerned. So a lot of times you don't see the writing on the wall. You don't catch it. You're so busy. Oh, someone's paying attention to me. You don't catch it, but they'll see it. They'll be like their little radar. Their red flags will go up and go, warning, warning, Will Robinson. That's not that. They see what's going on. They see what's wrong. Yeah, there's a lot of things that's a good thing. That's a good point. So many more things to warn kids about. But who remembers to warn the elderly? Or an older divorcee or an older widow or widower. No one thinks, they think, oh, they're old enough to know better. Well, you know what? They get tired. Oh, yeah. Now my daughter fights with me. Templin says, my girls are both adults now, but they couldn't understand why I fought them so hard on social media apps like Snapchat when they were in their teens. Because you got to be. You're the parent, you're the adult, you have to warn them.
Yeah. Because
you have to have your head on a swivel. They got to learn to have their head on a swivel. You got to put, even like in the parking lot, you got to put your baby in the back seat and you leave your pocketbook in the carriage. You don't do that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that elderly people are feeble-minded, but being loving and concerned is not a bad thing for your elderly folks. They got a lot on their mind. Oh, that's a high step. I got to be careful not to fall and break my hip. Right, Diane? We got to learn not to fall and break our hips.
Did Diane actually break her hip? Is that what happened?
She fell and got really hurt.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I fell a couple of days after, a little while after she fell.
Ouch. Sorry to hear that, Diane.
And apparently she had 4 areas of an abscess that turned abscess.
What is that? What does that mean?
An infection under the skin or in the skin.
Oh, okay.
Like a, not to be gross, but like a pus bubble with a bruise and so they, a lot of times they'll have to drain it and give you antibiotics, and sometimes you have to have stitches. It's nasty. The whole thing's nasty. So here's how you can stop scammers. You report suspicious profiles or messages like the one I got. I got more than one. I got 3 in one day. I'm showing you one. I took photos of the other ones and I reported all 3. To help stop scammers by reporting suspicious profiles or messages to the dating app or social media platform, then tell the FTC, the report fraud ftc.gov. And I'll put a link in the description. Yeah. Ugh. Report fraud ftc.gov. If someone's trying to extort you, in other words, get money because of pictures and stuff, report it to the FBI. Learn more at ftc.gov/romancescams. .org or ftc.gov/romance scams. I'll put it all in the description at the end of the show. I'll leave that up so I remember. They do the same thing when they're grooming kids. They're grooming kids for trafficking. I got to be careful what I say, or I will get in trouble. You know, YouTube doesn't want us to talk about these things. They get upset if we talk about these things or say the wrong words, so we have to censor ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hard. It's hard to, I want to help my fellow man. I want to help the public, and you have to be so conscious. And it's like walking on marbles. What can you say? What can't you say? This is my channel, but it's really not. You got to censorship or censor yourself. So it's like, I want to talk about these things. And I almost thought maybe I shouldn't talk about this. Rebecca was like, oh, I don't know. What do you think? Like, you don't want them to take the channel away. Even talking about them giving us a hard time about these subjects, they get mad. It's ridiculous. Why are we up here? Why are creators on this platform if we can't talk about what people need to know? It can't be all butterflies and rainbows. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I wanted to gloom and doom everything either, but I want to be able to talk about whatever needs to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm traveling with special abilities. I'm traveling, showing you that my travel through life, not just where I go on vacation. but what everyday life is like for a disabled person. That's why Kenny's my partner channel. We're going through the same stuff. We both have, advantages and disadvantages and hurdles and obstacles, and we manage, but we want to teach people that it's not impossible to be okay. It's not impossible to get an apartment, clean it, feed himself, take care of himself, and be on his own with the disabilities Kenny has. He thought for a long time he couldn't do it. And then he's like, no, I can do it. Guess what? Watch me. Right?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what you said. Watch me.
Yeah, I mean,
it ain't easy.
No.
I told him it was not going to be a walk in the park. Go ahead, tell us, Kenny. I'll shut up.
No, it's definitely not a piece of cake, I can tell you that. But but I do pretty good, so
I think you do really good. I don't want to say you do pretty good. I want to say you do really good.
I actually bought my floors today. Actually, bought the floor and did laundry. I didn't really have much laundry to do because didn't really have that many dirty clothes because most of them were already clean anyway. So
I just looked over at my laundry, and then I went like this.
But
I
also too. I don't. I also don't let my laundry pile up. So usually when I get, of course, this time I didn't, but usually when I get a hamper full, I usually start washing. But this time I didn't even have a hamper full. Like I said, yeah, but
my laundry isn't in the house. It's out back in a shed.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to go down some stairs and through a gate and then walk on a pathway that's not very stable and then climb more stairs and go into the shed. So I need Rebecca to like huck the laundry out there for me, and then I sit and I do it. And then I have to wait for Rebecca to come huck the laundry back for me. And they are shorthanded at work, so she's only had one day off at work. And she's like, I barely have time to do my laundry. And she says, you're just going to have to wait until I have more time off. So thank goodness it's been like, I have enough stuff to just sort of let it pile up. So now it's like, okay, well, then take me to the laundromat. Thank you for coming, Temple and Acres. I'm so glad that you came up. You're welcome anytime. If you like what you're seeing here, if you like the show and like what you're seeing here, check us out. And if you decide to subscribe, that would be awesome. I'd really enjoy seeing you again, talking to you again. And thank you very much for coming. We got another child abduction. I just got another alert. The other night it was another little girl. Now it's another little girl. We get the 2 or 3. Like every other day, 2 or 3. It's ridiculous.
But I But yeah, of course, I don't have any steps here, so uh,
Well, do you have laundry in the house?
yeah, I've got laundry. I've got it's actually my wash machine and my dryer both is in the bathroom actually.
Oh, that's good. See, my other place I had my washing machine and dryer were in the house, but here the washer and dryer are outside in the shed out back. So, bigger place, but so I just told Becky, just pack it all up in the car. We'll take it all to the laundromat. I'll get it all done, put away, and then I won't bug her again for a while because they lost a cook, a car hop, and a manager. Yeah,
I thought
all in like a 3-day span. And so Becky's been working 5 days a week, 6 days a week.
I thought she was the manager of Sonic.
She is, but there's a couple of other managers. Like there's a day shift manager, a mid shift manager, and a night shift manager. And then there's the general manager.
Is she the general manager then?
No, she's she's usually the night shift manager, and then when the other mid shift manager needs a day off, she swaps and does the mid shift manager, so that like they bounce around so that they can give each other 2 days off in a row. So it's kind of like a rotating sort of schedule.
Uh-huh.
So she'll sometimes she has to go in at 2:00. Sometimes she has to go in at 11. Sometimes she doesn't have to go until 5. It depends on who she's covering their day off. But since that manager, the mid-shift manager, is gone, she's had to work every day from 2:00 till midnight and 6 days a week. So she's only been having Wednesdays off. So, yeah. It's been a lot. So she had my birthday off, and then she had Valentine's Day off. So she's been running ragged. But I fix her a good breakfast, and then I pack her lunch and give her a protein smoothie for work. And then when she comes home, I have made dinner, and I usually heat it back up for her. Because eating at the fast food, it's fast food. It's not good for you. And then I make sure it's quiet and she gets her rest, and I try and keep it. Except the roofer, we're getting a new roof, and so that's noisy.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. I was going to try and show a picture of the roofing, but I'd have to search for it.
But I hadn't been to a Sonic and I can't remember the last time I even went to a Sonic.
Been a bit, hasn't it?
It's been a good long time.
I think the last time I remember you going was when you went with Papa and you lived in Kingsport.
Yeah, well, we go maybe see, we go around we wouldn't get food ever. We would not get food every time. It'd just be like a drink or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we go around happy hour time.
Yeah. We did that. We do that a lot too.
We get drinks half. We get the drinks half price. So
right.
And but I know if we was out paying bills, we at the first of the month we'd usually go and we we'd go uh because usually we'd start paying bills around 9 o'clock in the morning. Start and be gone all day until about 5, 6, 7 o'clock that night, and and yeah, we'd be out all day and just and then a lot of times we'd stop there and get food then, but yeah, and then we'd eat a lot of times at home, you know.
Right.
It'd be easy and simple, uh but we yeah, I mean and Dad would make meals at home. It would be we'd have leftovers for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, that's what we're having leftover chili that I made yesterday. And the night before we had I had made a big pan of baked ravioli. So we had that the first night and then the next night.
Yeah.
So we're having chili tonight and tomorrow I'm going to make baked chicken or something like that. Even though I'm not supposed to eat the proteins, I don't eat them. Becky does, so the chicken will be for her, and then I'll have some sort of baked vegetables and beans, and like almost like a 3-bean salad, but like a hot bean dish and a cold vegetables or salad or coleslaw or something.
Yeah. But
that's the hard part, is making her a protein and me not a protein, not a meat protein.
oh, okay, because you
Because I'm
can't
not supposed to have meat, right?
because of the because your kidneys, right?
Right. My kidneys can't process the protein from meat.
Can't oh.
Right. So they fail. They get they build up the toxins. They don't purify my blood, and so I end up jaundiced and bloated and toxic and sick, and I don't want to end up on dialysis. So yeah.
Oh, so your kidneys is not really filtering out your blood like it should then.
Yeah, no, they're failing. Yeah. That's why I have to have distilled water. I have to be a vegetarian. I'm supposed to not have I can have a little dairy, but not much. The protein that I have is a vegetable protein powder.
Yeah.
I can have a little bit of carbs, but not very many carbs either. Oil and vinegar with Italian seasoning.
Yeah.
Well, the oil has to be olive oil. I can't have cooking oil or vegetable oil or saturated oil or corn oil or any of that. Olive oil only. So I can have vinegar, balsamic vinegar or red wine vinegar and olive oil, and then I can put
those are my favorite. Those are my favorite salad dressings. So
and then I can have Italian seasoning in it. to give it some flavor. And then I'm supposed to have
Yeah, I do that.
onions and garlic and cabbage is all good. Celery is good. I can have Brussels sprouts. I'm not really supposed to have too many green leafy vegetables. Like I'm not supposed to have spinach. Has too many nitrites. Um,
Geez, you pretty much.
Tell me how I gained weight, Kenny. I don't know how I gained any. I've gone up again. I'm not allowed to eat crap. Nothing garbage. Oh, well, not garbage, but like I'm not supposed to barely eat anything, but yet I'm finding ways of gaining weight. It's really. I'm like I should be a skin and bones because all I'm eating is carrots and celery and salad like a rabbit. What
Well,
else
I
am
can
I?
eat salad. I can eat salad every day.
Well, I do eat salad every day, but I still have to have a protein. So I have to have a vegetable protein. So I have a vegetable protein powder that I put in my smoothies. And then I'll have like lemonade and strawberry, and I do Greek yogurt. I'm allowed to have honey, and I'm allowed to have monk fruit, which is stevia. It's not
Yeah.
a it's not a sugar substitute. It's just it's not bad for you. It's good for you. But I'm
Yeah.
not supposed to have a ton of sugar, and I think that's what my problem is. Is I
Oh,
still want to have my sugar in my coffee.
see, I don't do sugar. I drink my coffee straight black. So
Yeah,
I,
I have to have sugar. You've seen me. I have to have my sugar in my coffee.
yeah,
Even with the stevia,
I have no problem. I have no problem drinking.
I wonder if I have my stevia even here. I had it in here on my desk. I guess it's out in the kitchen again. So this is what I was talking about, Kenny. A carafe pot to keep your coffee warm.
Okay. I see now.
But this is actually an electric percolator. But that's basically what I'm talking about.
Okay.
They look the same.
Of course, like I was telling you, that coffee pot
Keeps it warm for quite a while, and then you just microwave.
It keeps it hot for like 4 hours, and then when 4 hours is up, I just take and warm it up in the microwave. Now I got a microwave now, so
Yeah, we don't have a microwave. Because if I get too close to a microwave, well, I told you that before. If I'm too close to a microwave, it messes my heart up. Remember in the condo?
no, I don't remember that.
Oh, when I said I had to stand away in the other room away from the microwave. Here's
You must have. Do you have one of those defibrillators or something like that in your?
No, I just have I have a mitral valve prolapse. So you have your two valves, one on each side of your heart,
Yeah.
and then there's a little valve in the middle.
Yeah.
And mine doesn't close all the way; it flutters, so it leaks. It causes a leak.
Yeah.
So then one will fill up with too much blood, and it'll have a hard time pumping. Well, when I'm near a microwave, it flutters even worse, and then I can pass out. And
see,
I've
never heard of that.
A mitral valve prolapse.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that. So
I've had it since I was a kid. They think it was caused by I had tonsillitis a lot.
is that the same? Is that the same condition as when you have the hole in your heart, or is that a totally different condition?
It's a different condition. My dad had he died with a hole in his heart.
Well, see, I had one when I was a baby, but it sewed itself back up, so I don't have it there no more.
Yeah. That was something you were probably born with. It didn't develop properly.
Yeah.
My dad might have been born with his, and that could be why. See, he was a twin, and it was weird because my grandmother had 5 sets of twins, or 4 sets, I forget, 4 or 5 sets of twins. And the boys in each set of twins died, except for my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been a hereditary genetic thing, but I would have thought they would have caught it when my dad went into the Navy.
Yeah.
But he died from multiple myeloma, which is a cancer. But he also had a hole in his heart. If he had been able to live through the cancer, they would have fixed the hole in his heart, and he would have been fine. But there's no cure for multiple myeloma, and when they caught it, it was way too late. Once they diagnosed him, he only lived a month. So, yeah. There's just no cure for it. It's a bone cancer. There's no cure for it. They can give you bone marrow transfusion or transplants or whatever, and that will kind of fend it off for a while, but it comes right back. And it's like one of the most painful cancers there is. It's very, very
I thought pancreatic cancer was, but
yeah, no. Multiple myeloma is the most painful.
I know once. I know I had a cousin that he got, but he had pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, all cancer, or most cancers are very painful. Brain cancer is very painful. One of my mother-in-law's sister died of brain cancer, and it was very, very painful. But like the painkillers that my dad was on didn't even help, and he was like on maximum dose of morphine and a bunch of other things, and none of it didn't even touch the pain. But it's funny because when I pass kidney stones or when I have to have a kidney operation, morphine don't help. I have to have a different kind of medication. It doesn't help.
I just wondered what, I've often wondered what causes all kinds of cancer, but
there's different causes. It's kind of a little complicated. Your cells grow into like a foreign body, and then the body attacks it, so it becomes a cancerous cell. But it could be malignant or benign, and benign is non-cancerous cell, and malignant is a cancer cell. So yeah, just odd cells that develop in your body. Some are cancerous and some aren't. And then they attack different places, different areas of your body, like your pancreas, your breast, your brain. You can get cancer, eye cancer, you can get blood cancer, you can get bone cancer, you can
all through your body.
Skin cancer, yeah. And it travels. If it doesn't stay encapsulated, it can travel throughout your body. That's why they try and get if it's encapsulated and they can get the whole thing out and radiate or remove the area around where the cancer was and get to clean tissue, you have a better chance of surviving. But that doesn't mean that you might not get cancer again later. I had a friend who had cancer 4 times. And now I don't even know if he's alive, because when he was diagnosed the 4th time, he decided he didn't want to drag everybody through another round of crap. And he said, I'm not talking to anybody no more. Bye. See you later. I don't want to drag you guys down. Don't want to make you have to go through this again. It's bad enough I have to go through it. See you later. Bye.
Yeah,
That's sad.
it is.
And I think he kept one friend, and that was the guy who lived near him that helped take care of him. And no, it's not someone anybody here knows. It's someone who played RuneScape with me and lived totally in Arkansas and doesn't live anywhere in Texas. No one anybody knows here. This is somebody who has nothing to do with YouTube. Yeah, it does exactly, Diane. That's why I'm prefacing it by no, it's not who that is. No, his name was Corey. And I'm sure he's not alive anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he even locked out his girlfriend. So kind of the same idea. A lot like you, Diane. That's why I said, it's like, been there, done that. Seen that happen to my best friend.
Yeah.
How long we been up here, Kenny? 1 hour and 11 minutes.
Yeah, you know, you went 5 hours the other night.
You know what? It did not feel like 5 hours.
But I know I kind of left out because I was dozing off.
Oh, that's okay. I had a good time with
Gary?
Jason and with Gary. Gary was like awesome. I wanted to invite him back up, but I don't have any of his. I don't have him on Messenger or anything. Like, I told him to leave me his info so I can invite him back up again.
Well, he probably don't. Some people don't do Facebook.
Well, he could have gave me some way of contacting him.
Yeah.
But he didn't. So I'll have to just. He's not doing that many lives on his show, so I'll have to leave him a message, a comment in one of his shorts or one of his videos.
But yeah, I know Crossover Paranormal wanted me to come up on one of his lives on a Sunday night at 9 o'clock on Sundays. I told him I would. He just let me know when, because I'm usually home from church by then, because church usually starts at 5.
Yeah.
So, and we usually get out at about somewhere between 8 and 8:30 usually.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying not to schedule him for 9. I'm trying to schedule him earlier, but I can't. I get up and at 5 a.m. and I'm running around and then taking care of the dogs and everything, and then breakfast and doing all that, and then the roofer starts at 7. And then he plays his Mexican music outside on a boombox, and he don't quit till 5.
So what time is it in your neck of the woods right now?
Right now it's 10:15.
Okay.
An hour behind you.
So you're an hour behind me then. Okay. Because I was trying to think. I
So
was
if I
trying,
started at 8, would that be better for you?
well, when I seen it scheduled PST, like at 7 PST, I'm thinking that has to. I'm like, PS, that's Pacific time, right?
Yep, that's Pacific Standard. Yep. Pacific
And I
Standard
was
Time.
thinking Pacific Standard Time. I was thinking Pacific Standard Time was 3 hours behind me.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I wondered if it was 8 o'clock or whatever there. You know what I mean?
I'm Central Time.
You're Central Time.
Hmm.
Okay.
So I'm only an hour behind you.
So you're only an hour behind me.
Right. So Texas is an hour behind you.
Mhm.
Which
Okay.
ain't too bad.
So, no, the, uh,
It would only take me like 8 hours or a little 10 hours to get to you, 12 hours, something like that. Let me check.
I know Busby said that he was only about 7.5 to 8 hours away from me now. Where he's living at in Arkansas.
Yeah.
He was telling me that
Where are you again now?
I'm in but it's a Bakersville, North Carolina address, but it's actually I don't know if you can put it in the
No,
Google.
I'll do Bakersville. Bakersville, North Carolina.
Yeah. I don't know if you can put Buadine, North Carolina in there or not. Because the house itself is actually in a community called Buadine.
Uladine, right.
Yeah, it's not actually the reason why I have a Bakersville address is because Bakersville is my closest city.
Right.
And my mail comes from the Bakersville post office. So
20 hours and 9 minutes.
so you're 20, okay, so
Uh,
it'd take you probably 2.5 days to get here then, wouldn't it?
I can't use that because for some reason I have like a green screen. Yeah, 20 hours and so it actually, my son's in Kentucky. It would be easier for me to go to my son than it would for you to go see you. He's closer.
Yeah. Well, I know that
You'd be closer. You were closer when you were in Tennessee. When
I
you were
was
in Kingsville, you were closer.
when I was in Kingsport, I was closer to you.
Yeah, Kingsport, you were closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son lives not far from Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I shut that thing that I needed to put in the there we go, in the description below after the websites for the
Mm-hmm.
how to report the scammers, the
Yeah.
romance scammers, how to report them. That's cool. So everybody say hi if you're still here. Who's here?
And
Says, says
I'm showing you only got 3 people watching.
yeah. That's why I'm wondering how many people are here. Raise your hand. Say here. Whoever's here, say here.
Diane's still there, she said.
Diane's here. I figure we'll stay on a little bit longer, and then if no one else is going to be here, then we can just
End it.
shut it down for the night.
Yeah, I probably need to. I'll need to get some sleep here for too long because they're actually, believe it or not, the transportation service is actually coming to get me about 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, awesome. So where are they taking you, to Peppa or to grocery shopping?
No, I won't go grocery shopping until like the 26th.
Oh, to the 26th. I get my food stamps on the 27th, so I don't go grocery shopping until the 27th.
See, I get mine after the 21st.
Oh,
but
that's cool.
I'm going there on the 26th to meet a special someone.
Oh, yeah. Let me know how that goes. Like, not up here. Like, on Messenger. Call me.
Yeah,
Call me so we can gossip.
but
I want to know how that goes.
I don't like mentioning a
You
whole
don't need.
lot about it because I don't want to stir something up.
No. That's why I said.
Especially if a certain person is watching online.
Yeah, so be quiet. Shut. That's why I said, call me. Let me know. Call me. Let me know. Don't talk about it here. So it's 10:24. Close her down at 10:30. Is there anything you want to talk about, Diane? Seeing as we know you're here.
Did your smoke alarm just? Yeah. After this, I'm probably gonna go put my clothes that's in the washer, put them in the dryer, take the ones out in the dryer, put them up. So. Because I know that dryer and washer both have quit, so.
Did you get your Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Diane. I'm actually.
Did I get my what?
Your breaker fixed for your bathroom light.
Yeah. The gentleman come by here. He caught me just before I was getting ready to leave for church yesterday. I leave for church around 6:30, and he had caught me just before that, and he come by and he said that he said, "You still ain't got no lights in the bathroom?" I said, "No, sir, I don't." So he flipped the breaker. He found it within like 5 minutes, if even that, and he found out which one had blew, and he went back there and tested that tested the lights to see if it can. And he said, "You got lights now?" I said, "Okay, thank you." And he gave me his direct number to call, so that way, if something like that happens again, all I gotta do is just give him a call. So
Well, that's good.
I won't even have to call my landlord. I'll just call him directly and go from there. So
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea.
as a matter of fact, my landlord people, they had to deal with a funeral. Her
Mm.
her grandmother had passed away here
Oh, that's hard.
just recently, so they were making their way from Virginia Beach to Arkansas.
Well, you would have been on the way. But still,
But
you don't want to interrupt them on their way.
when I told them yesterday, I said, "Hey, I said I got an issue here." I said one of my breakers blew. I said I ain't got no lights in the bathroom. I said I got lights everywhere else in the house, just ain't got none in the bathroom. and
you can't reach the breaker box.
and I can't reach the breaker box. So I said, I even tried. They asked me if I've tried that switch in the bathroom where I've got a socket that has a reset button and
The red reset button. Yeah.
Well, it's actually not red. It's actually the same color. It's blended in with the same color as the wall.
Yeah, some of them are red, some of them are just the plain white or whatever.
Yeah, it's the same color as the wall and the socket itself.
Right.
But it's got a reset button and it's also got a test button on it. Well, I tried that and it didn't work. So I was like, okay, so you have to get it from the breaker box then if it ain't gonna work. And so I will say this: I did have to press that reset button after he had fixed the breaker, because what happened was, I got that big old tall heater in there that's got the wheels on it.
Yeah.
Well, after he hit that reset button, it would turn the heat on in there, and the heater wasn't even on. I couldn't figure out how to. So I was like, okay, the heater was still plugged into that outlet, so let me just press that reset button, see if it'll turn the heat on. And I did. So now I got that heater going now too. So
Well, that's good.
I got it facing toward them pipes underneath the sink. I guess I've tried to leave things the way they were, the way they had them when I first moved in here. So I just leave because I don't, and
You don't want I don't think you're going to have a hard freeze again, so the pipes are probably going to be okay.
well,
But-
see, I've also not only got that heater going, but I also got cold water dripping in my sink in the bathroom, and I've also got water dripping in here in my kitchen sink.
Well, have you been that cold? Has it been that cold there?
Well, it has gotten down at nighttime. It's gotten down to like 32 and below.
Oh, Yeah, then you need to have that. Yeah.
See, I've left it like that. I've actually, and then when we had that really bad snowstorm a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
that's when the days it really got cold. It didn't even. I don't even think it got there for a while. It didn't even get above freezing.
Right. So
It
that was a
stayed
good
below
thing to
freezing.
have it all set up that way then.
But I've left it set up to where that way if it just randomly just all of a sudden just has a temperature drop out of the blue, and I
Yeah,
don't have to
you'll be
worry about it.
safe. Right.
Yeah.
That's
So
a good idea.
now until springtime gets here, I'll leave the water off. But
Yeah.
till then, I'm gonna leave it dripping until we're out of the winter season.
Yeah. See, we're already in sort of in our spring now, but we're Texas. So it's like if we get down, like I think in a couple of days or the 22nd or something like that, it's supposed to get really cold again. But we already unplugged our heaters and put them away. We just put extra blankets
See,
on the bed.
Yeah, and see, like I said before, I don't even when I do have water dripping, I don't even have to pay for it because I'm on well water. So
Right.
therefore, I can use as much water as I want and not have to.
Well,
Not,
in the summer, if you're not careful, your well can run dry. It depends on if it's an artesian well or a regular common well.
see, I don't know. I just know that I just know that I was told that I had well water,
Right.
and and
Well, you should be all right, but I wouldn't waste water as soon as the winter's over. Don't waste any water because you don't know when the heat of the summer how it's going to end up. You might end with mud or smelling like rotten eggs.
I know they told me that if I start seeing
Sulfur or brown water.
then that means I need to have it cleaned. I need to change that filter in it. That's what that means.
So if it starts to smell like rotten eggs or sulfur,
yeah, I'll have to.
Either running dry or the filter's gone. Needs to be changed, or both.
And I don't even know how to do neither one. So therefore,
Well, you'll be calling that dude up. You'll be calling that neighbor up, going, "Help! What do I do?"
I've been saying help because I don't even know where the filter's at. I don't know where
Wherever the pump is for the well.
I think I found where my oil tank is for that kerosene heater.
Oh, there you go.
I think I found it, but yet I still can't get out there to it. But I seen it out. I was in my storage room, that second bedroom that I have for storage. I seen it through that window, big tank through that window in the storage room. So I was like, that must be my oil tank for that kerosene heat. So okay, but still, I can't get out. I still can't get out there to it to even do anything. So I just call somebody and say, I need you to come out here and check this thing.
Well, what is the property like outside? Is it hilly or grassy? What's the?
Well, I know it's definitely muddy around here.
Oh yeah.
And
Darn.
and it definitely gets slick when it's icy and snowy, for sure.
Is there a driveway or a gravel drive?
There's a long black driveway you come up.
Tar?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. At
But
least
still,
you get your water out there.
But still, yeah, it's still slick as all get out when
it's icing.
yeah. And the transportation services, they won't run if it's too bad. They won't even come up this way. If they, because neither one of their vehicles are even, they don't have, see, they don't even have
winter tires.
That they don't have 4-wheel drive vehicles.
No.
All their vehicles is 2-wheel. And I don't even think they even have all-wheel drive vehicle either. I think they're all just strictly just 2-wheel drive.
Yeah. Oh, the handicap bus I drove was 2-wheel drive, and I drove it on slick roads all the time.
Well,
but that was Massachusetts.
Well, see that here they won't. That if it looks like they can't get up it, they won't even try it. They won't even attempt it. And
I was used to whipping that bus around.
but because see, they've had a couple people that where they went out and thinking that they could get up a certain driveway or whatever, and that driver got stuck. Well, you know what? Then they had to call a tow truck to come get them out, and you know what? That's costing the company
too much money. Yeah,
too much money to do that. So they don't want to. That's the reason why they won't. If they're more cautious. And if they think that they can't get up a driveway or whatever because of snow and ice, they won't even try it. So
right.
Because I mean, there was like a week or two there. I didn't even get. I didn't even get to go see Dad because of the weather being so bad.
Well, he wasn't feeling well anyway at that time, so probably
Another thing, a couple weeks there, I didn't want to go because they had a big outbreak of the McNasty.
Right. So actually, you being away probably saved you from saved you from becoming ill.
Yeah,
it gave you time to get used to being alone there by yourself.
Do I now?
It gave you a chance to feel what it's like to be alone there by yourself for a while.
Yeah.
It kind of find yourself.
I've had people ask me, so how do you really like being?
I bet you love it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's peaceful, it's quiet.
You've never lived by yourself. You've never experienced.
Well, now I will say this: at home in Tennessee, there was a couple times there that but it wasn't. It may have been for a couple hours or something like that. I'd be living there at home by myself, but still, I mean, I still remember
between a couple of hours and a couple of months.
And but still, I mean, I even liked even when I was by myself at home, I even liked that. So I mean,
I love being by myself. I'm not bored. I'm not lonely. I'm not unhappy. I'm not. I feel like, wow, I can get up when I want. Oh, I can go lay down when I want. Oh, I want this for dinner. I don't have to worry that whoever's having dinner with me won't like what I'm having. I can go sit outside if I want. I can, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, you're your own boss, so you don't have to worry about.
It's a freedom that you've never experienced, and Yeah. It took me half my life to get to a point, between I lived with my parents and I got married, and then I lived with my in-laws. Well, I had my own apartment for a while. And then I lived with my in-laws for a little while, and then I got married. I lived on my own again, and then I got married again, and then I lived on my own again. It was like, but not very long. And then I lived on my own here in Texas for a couple of years, and then that guy hit my trailer and ruined my trailer, and then Rebecca and moved back, and me and Rebecca have been together ever since, and it's like, go away now. Go live on your own. Yeah, I'm ready.
I've had people ask me, said, even if I move back to Tennessee, if I'd be able to live on my own there. And I said, yeah, I'll be able to.
I think it would be more convenient because you would have more access to things, right? The transportation and all that. Is it easier there?
You talking about in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Uh,
Will you have a
I mean,
handicap van come and get you?
yeah,
And take you shopping?
they have their transportation services is Net Trans and Cats.
Yeah, is it better than where you are?
It's basically pretty much about the same. I mean, that they they charge about see it's $10 round trip, so that's $5 each way. Whereas the transportation here that I use for Metro County, it's $2.50 each way, $2.50 each way. But and then the Cats transit, the Cats is I think like about $4 round trip. I think I believe it is, or something like that. And they only run within the city limits,
Right.
but within the and of course your insurance, if you've got I think if you got Medicaid insurance, then they will pay for any of your doctor visits.
Yeah, I got doctor's appointment, pharmacy. I think that's it.
Of course.
But the local one, I can go to like the grocery store and the senior center.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And but yeah, I mean it's not really not really much much different than than living here. I mean, it's pretty much similar things. Now I will say this: you do have more options as far as like being able to shop and stuff, like more places to shop in Tennessee.
Yeah, you got Walmart. There's a lot of places.
Got Walmart, got Food City, got Walgreens, you got Aldi's, and you got
A lot of fast food.
a lot of fast food restaurants.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Isn't there two Sonics? There's Burger King.
Oh yeah, there's. Well, I mean,
I'm trying to think of what else I know that's there.
yeah, there's Burger King. There's
McDonald's,
There's Hardee's,
Hardee's, right? Hardee's, yeah.
and there's Pals. Pals. Usually, of course, Pals is a Tri-Cities thing, and usually people that come from in and out of state, that's usually where they want to
Where they want to go because it's hometown food, right? It's
a
biscuits and
franchise.
gravy and
It's
chicken
a
fried steak.
franchise thing, and you can get for breakfast you can get those little cheddar round things, and then there's then of course you can get your sausage biscuits, your ham biscuits, your biscuits gravy. You know, and it's a pretty good. Pal Barger is the founder of it, so
Right.
and
Well,
yeah.
y'all have more stuff than what we got. We have none of that here.
And
Not in our city.
yeah,
They call our town a city, even though it's not that big.
And then you got we used to we used to have food line, but we don't have a. I think we might have maybe one in Rogersville or Churchill, Tennessee, but that's about it for
what replaced Food Lion? I thought they were bought out by something. Aldi?
No, nobody. I don't think nobody really got. I don't think nobody really replaced.
Oh, okay.
Now we had a place. Of course, we got Dollar General.
Right. You got a couple, two?
We got a couple of those. I got one that's just right down below the house.
Right. And then there's one downtown, and you have Dollar Tree, right?
Got Dollar Tree.
And a Family Dollar, or just Dollar Tree?
Yeah, got a Family Dollar too, and we got a Five Below. A place.
Yeah, we don't even have Five Below.
And
hey, I'm coming to live with you.
we got Hobby Lobby.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm coming to live with you.
We got. I was trying to think what else we got there in Tennessee. I remember PetSmart, and we got.
I'm gonna start yawning now.
We got Office Depot. We got.
Do you know how far I have to drive to get to half of those places? 2 hours to get to half of those places. 1 hour and 45 minutes. I have to go all the way to San Antonio.
To get to anything like that?
To get to anything like that. We have a Family Dollar or a Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, all in one building. And then we have $2 Generals. We have a small local grocery store that everything's out of date and rotten. And 2 lumber yards. And a handful of fast food restaurants, a bunch of hotels, and truck stops, and a train. And that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I
a penitentiary. And a penitentiary.
and say I've been here for over a year, and I still don't know where anything's at around here.
I know, right?
But I can tell you, I told somebody the other day where I've lived in Tennessee so long, I could tell you just about. Well, you heard me just name off a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, because you've been in
I've been there
Kingsport for your whole life, haven't you?
yeah, my whole life, son. I can tell you just about where everything's at without even looking it up on Google.
Yep. Well, that's like my hometown. I've been gone 20 years, but it's changed a lot. But there's still so much stuff there because we're right on a highway that goes from Florida to Canada. It's funny because I'm on a highway here going from from Mexico to Canada. But the one in Massachusetts is like right north of Boston, so it's still a town, but it's a huge town. Like if it was here in Texas, they would consider it a pretty big city, even though it's a town. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
You know Roblox?
I know that's a new one on me.
Hi, Roblox. Welcome in. I owe you
Roblox.
Nice to meet you. Welcome in. We were talking about romance scams. Now we're kind of talking about old hometown stuff because me and Kenny go way back, and we talk about our main subject, and then we kind of drift on to whatever, cruising or what everybody's doing for vacation, or whatever floats our boat at that time.
But we still try to keep it family friendly.
Yep.
And we try not to talk about certain topics, and that's politics and religion.
Right. Yep. Very family friendly place here.
Yeah.
We'll talk about pretty much a lot of stuff. We talk about cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, transportation, vacations, housing. Right now we're talking about, different parts of Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina.
That's where I'm originally from, is Tennessee. So
right. Now I live in Texas, but I'm originally from Massachusetts, so you never know what we're going to talk about. We talk about a little bit of everything.
Yep.
Little bit of everything. Well, we were going to end about 20 minutes ago.
You might as well make it an even 2 hours.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But then I can heat up Rebecca's dinner, because then she'll be on her way home.
That
chili I was telling you about. I think I'm gonna break up some Fritos corn chips and throw them in there. So I made vegetarian chili. So got to put something that might, stick to your ribs a little bit. I can have a little bit of Fritos corn chips. And sour cream. I'm allowed a little bit of dairy.
Yeah, I just thankfully when I had my blood work done, everything's been checking out all right. Pretty happy with everything. So,
well, that's good. Yeah, you haven't had too many disasters happen, so.
No, and I try to watch anyway what I eat anyway.
Right.
So
with your gallbladder, you gotta, even though it's gone, you still have to watch out for your fatty foods. big ass greasy burgers and everything with, anything deep fried and.
Well, actually, my liver is taking over what my gallbladder did do. So.
Oh, an Impossible Burger with chili, in the chili. That I'll have to try that. I'm not supposed to have tofu. Is that tofu, Diane? Or is it just meat substitute?
I think that's at.
It's that imitation meat.
I think that's what that is. I believe. I'm not sure.
Yeah. They have those in Disney, the Impossible Burgers. We didn't try one. Hey, Catbot. Welcome in. We're just chit-chatting around here a little bit. We kind of drifted off the main subject and went on to subject number 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever.
We just randomly.
What's my favorite food? Oh, it's plants. Oh, cool. That's cool. German or Dutch? Oh, no tofu. Good.
Oh, okay. So it's plant-based.
Yeah, then I can eat it if it's plant-based. My favorite food, I really like Italian food. And I do like a really good juicy burger. I mean, I like hamburgers. And I like steak, but steak don't like me, so I can't digest steak. That's why I ended up so. The doctor said, "You've got to become a vegetarian. Good luck on the cruise. Don't eat any meat," right? And I said, "But I already have. I already have reservations for the steakhouse." He goes, "If you eat a steak, it's going to kill you. You're going to be sorry. You're going to end up sick." So what did I do? I went the first night to the steakhouse with Rebecca, and I got a filet mignon, and she got lamb chops. The next day, I was going, "Sharon, do you have any Imodium?" She's like, "Somewhere. I'll have to find some." Like, somebody gotta have some Imodium. I am so sick. So when I was keeping an eye on you and you were taking a nap, I was sick as a dog in the library that day. I was like dying. My stomach was making such horrible noises. I was so sick.
Oh, is that oh, you talking about on that cruise?
On the cruise.
Yeah.
The first day of the cruise, we went to the steakhouse because Sean and Alana went. We couldn't get the same reservation time as them, so we ended up at 7 and they ended up at 8, or we ended up at 8 and they ended up at 9, something like that. So we missed the main group of everyone. We ended up by ourselves. And I got a filet mignon and Rebecca got lamb chops. And I didn't do any meat after that. I
didn't go to the steakhouse because I had already just ate. I think it was the first day.
That was the first night, yeah.
I ate at the guy's burger. And I really wasn't that hungry by the time they were gonna do the steakhouse.
We were Roblox. We were on the Carnival Horizon, and Carnival food is average. I want to say average. Not fantastic, but not really bad either. But the problem was is being a meat and potatoes girl for my whole life, and then to be told, guess what? You have to be a vegetarian the day before I got on a cruise ship. Or, well, actually, a couple of days before I had to get on the cruise ship. Was very hard for me to even know what I would like to eat or could eat or wanted to eat or what would make me sick, what wouldn't make me sick. I had to learn fast. Even after digestion, the beef protein molecules are so big our bodies have issues with it. Yeah, the meat proteins are huge and the kidneys cannot process those large proteins. And so our kidneys fail even more. And then it just blocks up and becomes toxic. So that's why we have to eat vegetable protein, because it's a smaller molecule. Yep. Diane has that too. It is the hardest adjustment to have to make. You're right. I'm stage 4. Are you stage 4 still, Diane? Because you can actually get better. It depends on how far gone you are, your kidneys are. They can repair themselves. Not totally, like you can't go back to eating whatever you want, but you can prevent yourself from having to be on dialysis. Because once you're on dialysis, it's kind of downhill after that.
You have to do that the rest of your life, and don't you?
It shortens your life too. I don't know, Kappa, because I'm not kind of into that, but my daughter would know what you're talking about. I mean, I kind of know what you're talking about.
I don't even know what you're even talking about.
Isn't it like anime? Catbot? It's anime stuff, right? Oh, it's a game. Okay. Yeah, no, my daughter would know what it is. I play RuneScape. I'm kind of like old school. And RuneScape is kind of like I don't want. It's not Game of Thrones. It's more like I forget what the game is called.
See, I'm not really in.
Oh, you like? Does that mean you like it, or that's the platform you see it on? Yeah, I play RuneScape. I started way back when it was old school, like 2-dimensional. Oh, you like it? Yeah, I love RuneScape. I've been playing for 20 years. Like back when it started. Back when we had dial-up internet.
The only game I normally play is like a golf game usually, and then if I can find a Donkey Kong or Mario or
yeah, I used to play Mario Kart, and I used to play
Yoshi's Island or
20 years. That's a long time. Do you also like Club Penguin? Yeah, I like Club Penguin. RuneScape is the best game in your opinion. It is for me because I'm sorry, Kenny, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good.
RuneScape is the best game for me because World of Warcraft. That's what kind of went along with RuneScape back when it started. I take seizures, so anything that's too graphic and the graphics are too quick, or it's got too much sparklies or time warp or even Spyro or games like that, like I can't do it. I end up nauseous and sick. So RuneScape, I heard of Zork before. What do I think about Mario? I love Mario Kart. I like Mario. I'm not good at Mario. I'm good at Mario Kart. And I do play Spyro, Crash Bandicoot. Let's see, what else?
Y'all naming off games I ain't never heard of.
I've been playing games for a long time. Kidding. I've been playing games since for over 30 years.
Yeah.
I had back when I started playing games way longer than that. I used to play Pong. When Atari was brand new, when all that was it was a little ball going beep, 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 bing, 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 bing. Yeah. I've been playing games a long time. Back when they first started. It's kind of silly, it's Sonic Rush. There you go. Yeah, Pong. Do you know what Pong is? It's like two tennis paddles and a white ball. And you go up and you hit it, and it bounces down, and then bounces up, and you hit it, and you try and get it in each other's goal. Pong. That's what Pong was. Very old. If you Google it, you'll be able to see it. It's a very, very old game. A long time ago. Back when you would plug a game system into your TV and not have to have Wi-Fi. Yeah. Remember when Pong debuted on Radio Shack? Oh, try 80. Man, oh man. 1980? I thought it was before. I thought it was in the 70s. It was 1970-ish. Which is a long time ago for most people.
I used to see when
Well, thank you for coming up, Roblox. Come back and check us out again. We talk about everything. It's not just, you never know what you're going to get. I might start out with a subject and put it in the description or the thumbnail and hey, Sewcargo. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just, hey, let's chat. Hi, Sewcargo. How are you? How you been? Remember, Kenny, my pocketbook that I took to Disney and all that, and the ears and stuff? Sewcargo made them for me.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, thank you very much, Robux. Oh, I'm doing a lot better. It was funny because I was going to start doing 75 soft, which is you start out, you take a photo of yourself, and then you figure out what kind of food, not diet, I will not say diet, but like a healthy eating, clean eating, whatever that you're supposed to be doing. And you commit to that. And then you exercise 2 times a day for 20 minutes. I'm going in June to Disney. You're going to Disney for your 45th birthday, and you're making 45 things to give away. Oh, cool. Do you already have ideas for your gifts? Awesome. That's awesome. You do such good work. My goodness. She makes everything to like covers for your like planners, like to plan your week. Have you ever had a planner, Kenny, where you write down your doctor's appointments and your when to pay bills
I
and you,
used to just
your phone?
use my phone, or I'll, if I got a calendar, I'll write it down on the calendar or something. But
Well, that's
usually,
what a planner is, kind of. It's a calendar, but it's a book.
yeah, I don't usually use those things. But
Sleep masks, wristlets, earbuds, cases, makeup bags, cord wraps. I have most of them packaged up with notes already too. You're just way ahead of the game. Cargo
Hey,
saying hi, Kenny.
hello, Sewcargo.
Do you ever talk to Ashley Cargo anymore?
Ashley.
Bob and Ashley, they were Disney. Their YouTube channel was Disney based.
What?
They were just called Bob and Ashley, but they
No, I
would
don't even know
do
if I'm connected.
trips into Disney, and then they do
Connected with so many people, it's hard for me to keep up with what.
yeah. They did shopping and price checks at the Disney outlet stores and stuff. I miss them. They were great. I wish them luck in their future, but I haven't heard from them very much either. I don't. I understand why they left, but it almost seemed a little total unplugged disconnect from so many people who were invested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could be just being myself brutally honest, but I kind of felt like, I don't know, like when you get to know someone real, or you feel like you know somebody pretty good, and then they're just like gone, never to be heard from again. Because you start to feel like family. I thought we were their family. You know what I mean? They made us feel like, they said we were family, and then gone. I hope everybody realizes I won't be doing that. I mean, if I have to go, it's going to be because, like, I'm not going to be alive anymore. Because I am terminally ill, guys. I will have to expire someday. But I won't not ever have RuneScape. Right. My mind's getting a little slow. I won't ever abandon my friends on YouTube. The ones who are my family, the ones like Kenny. He abandons me more than I abandon him. He don't even call me. He don't call me ever. I have to call him. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, usually. Kenny's going to get married, and I won't be invited to the wedding. He'll forget to call me. He'll be like, guess what? I got married 3 months ago. I'll be like, I'm going to come kill you. If I ever take you to Disney World again. Then I will come beat you up. what are they going to say? This grown adult disabled woman went and beat up a grown adult disabled man.
Yeah,
News at 11.
I'm hoping to eventually get married one day here, but
I'm just saying that you won't invite me. I know it. My next Disney trip won't be for a couple of years. I'm going to. We're saving for our handicap buses. We're doing that, and then I'm surprising my daughter. Rebecca don't know, by the way, guys, with the rock and roll tribute cruise in 2025. And then somewhere in between there, I got to go see my son in Kentucky, and then I'll probably skip over and beat up Kenny. I mean, go visit Kenny. And
I'll be on that cruise in 2025 because
yeah, and then I'll have to throw you overboard on that cruise.
me and Marjorie, there's a YouTube supporter by the name of Marjorie that comes in chats, are sharing a.
Oh, you're ending up sharing? Well, wait a minute. We just talked about that. Did Bruce talk you into it? What happened?
Well, I found out that he gave me the pricing.
Yeah.
And
almost $3,000 to be by yourself.
And he was telling, and by the pricing that he was giving me, he gave me it two ways. He gave me what it'd be as if I shared it. He gave me what it'd be as if I did a solo cabin, handicap accessible cabin by myself. And
Cargo, come with me. See, if you come and you room, wait a minute, Kenny. If you come and you bunk with me in my handicap room, Rebecca and her cousin can bunk in a different room. And that way we can share the price. It will be half. Kenny's from the South. I'll send you the information, Cargo. Because if Nicole can't find someone to room with her, see, she can't afford the double occupancy either. I'll send it to you, and that way we can figure it out. But yeah, I'd be fine with you rooming with me, and then Rebecca can room with Nicole.
So anyway, so Bruce.
Yeah, I can do that, Diane, because my son's 45 minutes or a half an hour out of Bowling Green, and then I can stop by Louisville and say hi to you. Won't you come on a cruise with us, Diane? That would be good. All right, Kenny, so the price of you by yourself and the price if you shared with Marjorie.
Yes.
Big difference.
Yes. So I went with the cheaper price, which is sharing the room with Marjorie. So he's already got my information and we're getting the ball rolling here. And the only thing that he has not got yet is my card information.
Oh, okay. It's
Norwegian
Cruise Line, the Joy.
Yeah, Norwegian Joy. It is November 29th through December 6th.
Do I have you on Messenger, Cargo? Facebook Messenger?
and it is going to be featuring 3 bands.
Let me see if I have the
One of them's called Who's Who, I think, and
they're a
se-
tribute. It's a tribute band thing. Who sent me the information? I know, Sean. Let me see.
yeah, Sean did. You can actually send it to her an email too. If
Yeah,
you
I
have
can.
an email address.
Wait a minute. I want to put it up on screen. Let me get it. Here it is. Okay. No, hang on a minute. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Messenger Facebook.
Sewcargo says you might have her on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I do. Okay, let's see. Nope. 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 Hang on. How do I make that bigger?
That's about as big as you're gonna make it, I think.
Oh, that stinks. Well, anyway, here you go. There's Sid Cruz. Yeah, I do have you on Instagram, Cargo. You're right. But I'll send you all the information and the pricing, and then I've been trying to call Bruce, who's the travel agent. The prices are going to be a little higher because it's a charity cruise. So it's going to be a little higher than what you'd normally pay, but part of it is tax deductible.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also, because it's a group cruise, you get a lot more perks. So I'll give you all the information, and I'll send you my phone number, and we can talk, okay? But that's the information for anybody interested in the group cruise. And like I said, it's a charity cruise as well. So it sails out of Port Canaveral, Florida. So you'd have to fly down from Canada. Or unless you want to fly down here to San Antonio, and then you and me and Becky can fly to Port Canaveral, stay overnight in a hotel, and get on the ship in the morning. Because that's what we try and do, because we usually have a meetup with the whole group before we get on the cruise ship. Oh, okay, there you go. That would be awesome. I'm sure your friends will love to see you. Yeah, so it'll be in Port Canaveral.
Yeah, and you got almost 2 years to
save up once we put the deposit.
Yeah.
Did he say there'd be a difference in deposit, Kenny?
Well, okay, you can do I think for
to hold the room is $50.
If it is $50.
To reserve the room is $125. But did he tell you something different?
To hold the room is $50. is $50, but that price will only be good until March
March 24th.
24th, 2024.
Right.
And after that,
2024 or 2023?
we're in 2024, remember? We're in 2024 already.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. 2024.
Are we? Where's
Yes.
my brain? Is my brain off? So it's only, no, it's 21 months till we go.
You'll have until March of 24, March the 24th of 2024 for that $50 deposit. Then it changes after that.
Oh, it is 2024.
Yeah. Yeah.
Losing, yeah. So the ship don't leave for 21 months, right? Oh, 20
It don't
months.
leave until 2025 in November of 2025. You got almost in
20
November
months.
24 this year. No, it'll be a year. You'll have 1 year to pay it. The final payment for the group cruise is, I think, August 1st of 2025.
Okay. I'm just having brain farts. I'm sorry. I get up at 5 a.m. every day, and then I don't get my nap because we're having our roof new roof put on. So, and that's taking a bit. So, yeah, no rest for the weary. A little brain dead about now. Well, it's going to be a tribute cruise. So, if you like Led Zeppelin and the Who, Leonard Skinner, try to think of who else.
There's also a gentleman or somebody that keeps coming in chats.
I'm wondering if he's real. You think he's real or just some dude trying to make out that he's real?
I think I have an idea who it is. I'm just not going to say.
Oh, you think you know who it is, but I have to, my roommate upstairs was wondering which fire alarm it was.
Yeah, I have a guess, but I'm not.
You're not sure.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's weird. I go to send them a message and it comes up metadata. It's all this meta crap. So, where are the do you have the information there with you, Kenny?
What's that?
The cruise information. I got it. Never mind. I got it written down. Because I was calling Bruce today or yesterday, and like he didn't answer, like we talked about. Where is the information?
I just sent you a message, Lonnie.
You did? Ah, here it is.
Yeah. I sent it in Messenger.
Okay.
But don't say that out loud.
I won't. Oh, yeah, probably. You're right. You're right. That's true.
But anyway, uh, this person pops in and out of chats, and he's been saying that if you come on the cruise, you might actually see a solo performance by this guy. So it's the channel that's been popping in and out is Ricky Rocker. So and
So that will be a fun surprise for sure.
yep.
Well, here's the port of calls to Port Canaveral, we leave from,
Yep.
Puerto Plata, St. Thomas, Tortola, Great Stirrup Cay, and then back to Canaveral again on the Norwegian Joy, November 29th through December 6th, 2025. And then we call Bruce at ocean2ocean.com. You sing into your hairbrush? I sing. Sometimes I sing on here. Kenny's been known to hear me sing on here a couple of times. Not great. I do sing. And caroling with the church on the back of a wagon being pulled by a truck. It's kind of scary in our neighborhood. A lot of bumps.
The church that I've been attending here in North Carolina.
Is there younger people there, or are they all fogies like us? I mean, like me.
There's quite a few young people there, but then there's still quite a few older people there as well. And but anyway, as I was saying, the first couple of times,
Kenny's actually from Tennessee.
I am actually from Kingsport, Tennessee.
Yeah.
But I'm currently temporarily, I don't intend to make this a full time residence.
Don't do what I did. Come to this part of Texas and get stuck here for 7 years.
And but the reason I'm here in North Carolina is my dad's in a rehab facility here, and he's been in there for a little over a year now. It will actually be 2 years this coming
October.
It's coming October, November.
No, well, I brought you home November 3rd.
Yeah. But I had to put him in there.
He was in there
around
out of the hospital, right?
Yeah, I had to put him in there not long after I got back.
Yeah. Before Thanksgiving, right?
He was in there at Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
But I had to put him in there before that. So
it wasn't not long
after I got back into the Tri-Cities and But anyway, I had to put him in there because he got so weak and things and he.
Well, they wouldn't discharge him out of the hospital because he was too weak to go home anyway. So then you had to put him right into a rehab to gain his strength back, and he just hasn't been able to get to that point yet.
He hasn't been able. He hasn't been able. Say for one, for one, the VA don't even, if you ask me, they don't even approve you long enough to even have any physical therapy. And two, the thing about it is that when you do have physical therapy and the VA pays for it, if they start seeing improvement after so long, then they knock you out of the program. And if you don't make any improvements,
They knock you out of the program.
They still knock you out of the program, so you can't win either way. And so
well, it's kind of the same thing happened to me when I went to physical therapy. They were like, okay, let's do an evaluation. Okay, you can do this, 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 and this. And then as they'd given me the physical therapy, they're like, you're too sick, we can't take care of you. You no longer qualify.
Yeah.
So basically my physical therapy was on me. I had to do what I already knew how to do from having other physical therapy and just doing it on my own. Because the system, whether you're with the VA or you're with Social Security or disability or whatever, Medicaid, Medicare, it all fails. And they don't care. And not to get political, they care about other people more than they care about us.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just don't care anymore. Why? They'd rather see us in a coffin. It's cheaper for them. But whatever. That's how I feel about it personally. That's my only personal opinion, guys, not to be confused with, the God-given truth or whatever, or however you want to put it. But it's just how I feel. I feel abandoned by the system. But that's, whatever. I don't even have a primary care anymore physician because they won't give me one. They're like, hurry up and die, will you?
So you don't even have your own primary care doctor at all?
Nope. Not since I got back from the cruise.
Wow.
My last doctor's appointment was a week after I got back from the cruise. I'm still able to go to my urologist, but that's it. All my other doctors have gone bye-bye. And every time I call and say, okay, assign me a new primary care physician, they go, well, okay. And then they never call me back. So once a month I call them and say, could you give me a list of primary care physicians that I could call? Oh yeah, we'll email it to you, or we'll put it through my chart. And I get nothing. The next month I do the same thing. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to be doing the same thing. It's like Pinky in the Brain. What are you going to do tomorrow, Brain? Try to take over the world, Pinky. I'm just trying to get a primary care physician. And then I had to have my Medicare renewed, right? And if it's not renewed by March 24th, I lose my Medicare altogether. It's in review for the last month and a half. So I have till March 24th to just, I'm going to call Medicaid and say, give me a primary care physician right now. Because after March 24th, if I don't have blood tests and I don't have anything to show that anything, I will lose my Medicaid. My Medicaid, yeah. Which is stupid. like I got better overnight or something? I'm terminally ill. I got better overnight. Really?
So you're saying that Medicaid will cut you off?
Gotta love Texas. I took Kenny to Disney. Tell her the story again.
Yeah. So after my very first group cruise in October of 2022, is October the 15th through the 23rd on my very first group cruise and very first cruise ever. After that, from the 23rd until the 4th of November, I had went to Disney for the very first time. So with Lori and her daughter Rebecca and her cousin,
yeah,
Nicole. Yeah. Okay. So
Nicole's my second cousin and Rebecca's third cousin.
Okay.
So Nicole's mom is my first cousin. Her dad and my dad were brothers. Her name's Maureen, and she had Nicole. So that makes Nicole my second cousin. And then I had Rebecca, so that makes Nicole and Rebecca third cousins. And Nicole is a special eds teacher. So she loved meeting Kenny and had a great time. And she hadn't seen Rebecca. Rebecca and her are the same age and the same age as Kenny. So it was good for them to be able to spend time. Kenny doesn't get a lot of time with 30-year-old women. I'm not sure he got over that one. It was a little traumatic for him.
I did have a good time.
They treated you good, didn't they?
Yes, I did, and
they
also,
bond over you.
But then after that, that's when everything kind of went
a little crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? Things are getting better now, Kenny.
Things kind of went downhill after that. It seemed like.
And Dad's doing better. You're on your own.
You see,
in your own apartment. How'd the wedding go?
Thing about this, that what it is also too. Not only did he get weak from being sick, his potassium, his sodium levels, his magnesium levels, and all that stuff went out of whack. They were up and down like a yo-yo, especially the potassium, because that produces the heartbeat. And if those things go out of whack, you're gonna have issues. And I've actually about lost him multiple times, but then they finally got him to where they could level it out and try to get him to where he can get rid of some of that potassium. But as a matter of fact, his potassium level about a couple of weeks ago was within range. It was like 4.4 point something, and they like it somewhere around under 5 and above. I think above 3.
Kenny has a a single wide or a single and a half, almost a double wide.
I have a single wide trailer in Kingsport, Tennessee that I'm actually getting worked on. I'm actually getting redone.
Yeah, he's getting it all refurbished.
Yeah, because I had to, because I had black mold that I did not know I even had.
So he's just out until they can rebuild the structure and get it safe.
Yeah,
and then
rebuild it and get my flooring redone and go from there and get my ramp redone.
He had a leak that he didn't even know he had. That's what caused it all.
Yeah,
It was a mess.
See, what was happening was every time it rained, rain was getting inside my dry wall and inside that insulation.
Yeah.
Well,
so they tore all that out and
after
remediated
so long,
it.
Yeah, it builds up black mold, and black is not something to play around with. And you can actually die from black mold. And
yeah, you can.
And
my last place had black mold, my cabin. And then they just had more pipes break. She called me up and she said the pipes in the bathroom broke. So now there's more mold.
Yeah, so.
And I still have stuff there. So we gotta go in with masks and get out my stuff and throw a lot of it out. And then like my dad's plaque is in there. I gotta wipe all that down. See, I'm going through kind of the same thing. We moved here because our place was bad too. At the same time as like Kenny, almost the same exact time Kenny had all those issues, we had the same issue. So we both came back to.
Yeah, and then I also lost my German Shepherd dog at that same time.
I didn't lose my doggies though. That was sad.
I lost my dog at a very young age.
Yeah.
The dog was only 7 years old.
Yeah.
And that's very young for German
But
Shepherd.
I think she was born with issues, so
I think yeah, because
we can skip that, Kenny. Let's not go down the sad parts. It's hard. It was hard enough to go through it once. We don't need to keep talking over it. I feel bad for you and the dog and Papa. And you know how I am about the dogs.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get you a little yappy chihuahua or something when you get back to your old home.
Thing about it is, I can't have any type of animals here.
No, I said when you get back to your other house.
Yeah.
I'll get you a little yappy chihuahua or something.
Or get a cat or something, because the cat is a lot easier.
Litter box there. Yeah, then you don't have to walk it outside. I'll get you a little cat then.
Cats are easier to take care of.
Well, I didn't know you were a cat person.
That they well, see, when I stayed with Scott and Amber, see, I didn't think I'd ever become. I even told Scott and Amber
that you weren't a cat person.
I even told Scott and Amber that until I come here and stayed with them, they had this one cat named Oreo, and it somehow jumped out of the window or something happened to it. So they wound up getting this new one here named Sebastian, and that cat, it slept when I was over there. It slept with me. It cuddled up with me, and
there you go.
That cat loved me too. Of course, I was trying to get it used to me anyway, because For
Hey,
some reason,
Cargo, don't tell anybody, but I have 4 cats now.
anyway, for some reason, Oreo. Of course, I know each cat has its own personality. Well, Oreo, every time I got around Oreo, it would back up. It was like it was absolutely scared half to death of me or something, because it wouldn't even come nowhere near me. Well, this cat just all of a sudden just started, of course, I got around more and trying to get used to me and try to get used to the walker and stuff, and it actually loved it climbed up here on my shoulder, and it it was it was a very lovable cat, and
Well, when you get back to Tennessee and I come over, we'll go to the local shelter and we'll pick you up a cat that picks you. You know what I mean? One that comes up and likes Kenny right off.
your cats are afraid of slippers, huh?
My cat is afraid of the mop.
Huh?
Not the broom, not the vacuum, but a mop. A mop's quiet. Why be afraid of a mop? It's like a ringing mop. Like one of those twisty. You pull it up, you twist it.
Oh, it's not one of them. It's not one of them spin mops, like where you got the
Spin it in the bucket. Yeah, no. This is a O-seater twist mop. You pull it up and you twist it, and then you push it down and you mop, and then you dunk it in the water, and then you pull it up and you twist it and it wrings it out. Not one that you spin.
Yeah, I got one of them spin mops because it's a lot easier for me, I think.
My address is in my about section, or it's right there on the wall. Right there, but you can't really see unless I take my computer over there. I can tell you. I'll just put it in because it's a PO box, and everybody can send me cards or whatever they want to. I'm trying to do capital letters. I hunt and peck. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not. That's about like me. I don't do really well typing on my.
Yeah, I can text on my phone, but the computer I hunt and peck. It's like, and I can't do this on the phone. So I have arthritis in my thumbs.
I hated having to take typing class in school.
I failed. It's the only class I ever failed in my whole life. I got a C. Yeah, I got a C in typing. And that was generous of my teacher. But you want to hear something funny? I almost got a job in a billing office at a bank where I had to type all the time. They didn't care if I hunted and pecked, as long as I could get the addresses right. They figured I'd get better eventually. I probably would have.
Yeah. Most jobs, I find that they want you to be able to type so many words per minute.
Yeah, well, that's it's funny. It's a funny story. I was answering an ad for a job at an address, and it was a bank, but it was a call center.
Yeah.
And I went in, and it was the wrong bank. And I said, so they're like, "What are you looking for?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was supposed to have an appointment to get a job at this bank." And they said, "Oh, that's this bank over here." Well, what job were you getting? And I said, "Oh, a marketing job." And she says, "Well, we have a job for data entry." And I said, "Well, I'm not good at typing." She goes, "That's okay." She goes, "I'll tell you what, I'll hire you right now if you don't go over to that bank and get that telemarketing or that whatever other job." And foolish me, really, really foolish me, I said, "But I had an appointment. I kind of feel obligated to go over there." And she says, "If you leave and go over there, if you decide to come back over here, the job won't be available for you." And so I left. And then I did go back thinking, oh, maybe they were just being jerks, And no, they said, "No, we won't hire you." And then I thought about it when I went home. I went, how would they have treated me if I was an employee? If they're going to treat me that way, yeah, they were doing me a favor, going to give me a job for an opening that I really wasn't qualified for. Yeah, but also they were bullying me too. So if I was an employee and I sucked at my job, how bad would they have bullied me if I didn't get better?
Yeah.
I was a youngin' then. I mean, I was like 19 years old.
Yeah.
So I thought, I said to my dad, God didn't want me to have either job, so why in the heck didn't I think, listen to God? God's telling me those doors aren't open for you. Go look for the door that's open for you. And that was good advice. So now I just look for the open doors. I made friends with someone. I won't say who because Kenny knows who it is, who the person is, but I don't think Kenny knew that I got to be friends with that person. And they turned out to have a terrible temper. Terrible temper. And as long as I stayed on their good side, I didn't see their terrible temper until one day I didn't agree with them. But one day that I had a disagreement with them, he lost his temper. Then he goes, "Well, let's agree to disagree." And at first I thought, well, yeah, okay, it's just no big deal. And then I thought, wait, he's got road rage. He yells at everybody. He goes down the road, and if somebody doesn't pay attention that he's in the crosswalk, he'll yell and scream and swear. If somebody says the wrong thing to him, he yells and screams and swears. He tells his mom in a bad voice, "I'll be right there in a minute." If the dog doesn't do what he wants, he's yelling at the dog. He's yelling at the neighbors. He's yelling at his grandma. He's yelling at his dad. He's yelling at the kids. He's yelling at everybody but me because I'm running around on eggshells. Why am I his friend? So I went, you know what? He's been making me stress out. And I didn't even notice. And I'm walking on eggshells to be a friend with someone who has that kind of anger issue. I don't think I need that person in my life anymore.
Say, I know this person?
Yeah, you sure do. You sure do. I'll tell you sometime privately. But he also has spies looking to see if I say anything about him. Because someone else disagreed with him. And he would tell me how he would be checking in on him. He had spies checking in on the other person who didn't agree with him.
I know this person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Way back from Mike's live show. That's been years. That's been years now. That's 4 years now, right, Ken? About 4 years.
So is it okay? Let me ask you this: is this person a male or a female that I know?
A male. Yeah, Cargo.
Okay.
I don't need that kind of a person, and I really don't like drama, but I just wanted to bring up a point to Kenny. And you are my friend. You've been my friend for a long time, and I'm really glad to have you as a friend. I wish we were closer, distance wise, and I wish both of us weren't so busy so we could communicate more. Definitely, be awesome to spend time with you, and that cruise would be awesome because I do my own thing on the cruise too. A lot of times I just want to be off on a deck away from the crowd and just look at the dolphins and the seagulls and the waves go by. I'm not into the big crazy party scene necessarily. I go on a cruise for the cruise ship, like the ship itself and the water and the ocean, not necessarily for the party and the drinking and the booze and the da da da. But I do like the shows, like the Broadway shows and the comedy shows and oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I do as much work as I can during the day too. I usually settle down at night and just kind of chill and watch YouTube and answer messages and stuff. So that would be cool. I'll definitely reach out to you on Instagram, and I'm on Instagram too. So reach out to me too.
See, I don't do Instagram.
You don't do Instagram?
No, I only do Facebook and YouTube is pretty much it, and
I
email.
think you have an account on Instagram, don't you? Though
I think I may have, I think I've got one picture or something like that.
yeah, one picture.
But
Because I just started following you. I didn't know if
I don't even know how to even get back into it, to be honest. Because I don't even.
Destination Delight set that up for you, right?
No,
No?
I don't think so. Now, she did help me with my YouTube.
Oh, I thought she helped you with
Because
Instagram.
actually, in actuality, me and her started our YouTubes kind of around the same time period.
Yeah, anytime, Cargo. I'm here. I'm home 24 hours a day, 7 days of the week, mostly. I don't go very far.
I'm pretty much the same way. I mean,
Diane, I told you about that guy. That's the guy I was telling you about. I did tell Diane who it was. But that was in private messages, not on YouTube. I won't say who it is on YouTube. I'll tell you in a private message, Kenny, later, but I won't tell. I won't say the name. Oh, cool, you found me.
okay.
Yeah, I've been following you there for a long time, Cargo. Because I started out with my motives on there. That's one of my businesses. I used to sell makeup and do makeup for pageants and everything. I've been doing that for years and years and years and years and years. A makeup artist. I've been a makeup artist for years. Yeah, now I can't do it because to stand over someone and do their makeup, it's like being a hairdresser. It's really hard on your back, and I can't do any of that no more. My arms, I can't even barely feel my hands most of the time. I do crocheting. I do like 5 minutes of crocheting, and I'm dying for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah. You do know we've been on here for 3 hours?
Yeah, I did. Oh, you know that person that I was saying? I think they're going on that cruise too. My daughter can crochet with a pattern. I can't. I was taught by a little grandma old lady who taught me how to do granny squares and a couple other things, enough to whip up a scarf, maybe mittens, socks, a hat, poncho, like a poncho, and like uh, something to put on the back of your sofa, like a blanket, a throw blanket. That's pretty much all I ever learned. Anything else, I can't follow a crochet pattern. My daughter's trying to teach me. My other daughter sent me a book to learn. I haven't had time to sit down and learn. It takes a bit.
Hey,
yeah, I was just gonna get ready to say goodnight. What?
I was gonna say, can you talk to me after you end the live stream?
Yes, stay on, and I'll do that. Well, I want to thank everybody for showing up and coming, and I hope that you all had a good time. Be sure to check out my channel if you think there's anything you might be interested in. I post usually a short or two every day. I'm trying to go live every day, but right now it's every other day, with different subjects. Sometimes no subject, sometimes a subject. And I want to start that program with the 75 soft. I have a couple more kidney stones to pass. But then I'm going to sit down and we'll go through I'll do a whole program about how we're going to do this. But anybody who's interested in very light chair yoga, aerobic, or chair exercises, like you don't have to get out of your chair, eating clean, eating healthy, mental, self-improvement, mental health, all that. That's what the 75 soft challenge is. And I'll if you're interested or you think you might be interested, keep your eye out. I'll post it way ahead, and you can come listen, join in if you want, listen, check it out, see if it's something you might be interested in. The more people that support each other and do this together, the more excited and more easier it is to keep to a program that's healthy, mentally, physically, and spiritually together. We can get healthy, be healthy, and stay healthy, and not have to try and do it on our own. So I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to Kenny. Thank you to all my guests, people who came up and people who've been in the chat. And like I said, be sure to check out the rest of my programming, the rest of my playlist. And if you happen to be interested, click that subscribe button. Check out, I have discount codes in my About section. I have a discount for StreamYard. I have affiliate links in there. If you want to help me out, I have Buy Me a Coffee. Anything that you're interested in, check out my About section. And everybody, God bless and have a good night. Okay?
Yes, bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Okay.